Paper ID is 9743. Analytical study on different normalization techniques for student performance prediction. Yes, you can
Okay.
start now.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Amal Baruah. So today I am going to present my paper titled Analytical Study on Different Normalization Techniques for Student Performance Prediction. So first of all, we will go through the contents. So it's basically contain introduction, then objective of the study, literature survey, results and discussion, conclusion, and references. So in the introduction, we all know that today's world, education data mining is a very high topic. So it's basically the bridge between computer science and education. So here, basically, it defines different kinds of subfields like machine learning, deep learning, and data mining, which can use for the performance prediction. So EDM is particular field that it ensures the discovery invisible patterns from the data in order to take effective decision for administrators, teachers, and students. So for that purpose, is basically go through the education data mining. So in this survey, various data normalization techniques are considered as an essential step in the student performance prediction. So data normalization techniques are employed to process the data, handle the instances with missing values, and pull out attributes that contain student personal information, and removal of redundant data, etc. Here the analysis shows extensive assessment of 25 research papers suggesting pre-processing approaches based on various transformations and so on for student performance prediction. So this basically contain different normalization approaches, namely min-max normalization, Z-score normalization, batch normalization, scaling normalization, and matrix normalization. So the work will basically evaluate by means of certain data sets, software tools, performance assessment measures, prediction meta utilized, and performance obtained by various approaches. So this pre-processing techniques utilizing various data mining methods, mainly for cataloging algorithms, including neural network clustering, neighbor classifications as for data normalization. So normalization make the data more suitable for the training neural network as it estimate the saturation of neurons, speed up the training time of the neural networks, in addition to improve the accuracy as well as the efficiency of the mining algorithm. So the major intention of this survey is to analyze numerous normalization approaches for the student performance prediction. So here I'm going to show some review of literature. So at the first instance, the literature is classified into some sections based on different normalization techniques. So starting from min-max up to the scaling normalization. So at the first instance, we are taking some research paper, which is based on the min-max normalization. So as per the first paper, it is developed for blended learning approach to reveal the achievement of students by executing a student-centric teaching method based on private online courses. So here, basically, original data of the student behavior is pre-processed by the min-max normalization technique. So developed method provide the opportunity of implementing individualized teaching for teachers, also for predict students' learning outcome. As per the second paper, it is based on one technique that is first k-nearest neighbor algorithm. So in this paper also, which decrease the consuming time of original KNN, whereas it enhances the percentage of accuracy and automatically checks students' data whether the student can pass or fail the exam. So this method used the normalized attribute to standard by means of min-max normalization, and developed techniques was used to reduce the running time of KNN as well as it improve accuracy of classification. As per the third paper, it is the academic performance prediction based on multi-source, multi-feature behavioral data. So in this paper, augmented education to predict the academic achievement of the students with quite high accuracy that helps to frame personalized feedback for at-risk students. It is used for that purpose only. And here, ML-based classification algorithm was developed, and then the generated feedback enabled at-risk students efficiently enhance their relation with university and attain a study life balance. So for that purpose, we use this technique. As per the fourth paper, it introduced a novel application that is based on deep belief network, and this classification basically define the backpropagation algorithm and find the prediction analysis of the student data. As per the fifth paper, It is based on the recurrent neural network to predict activity and performance of students at the massive open online courses. So here it basically extracted features were standardized by means of min-max technique with maximum and minimum values of all features, such that developed methods save a lot of time and energy and avoid inconsistency problem created through handmade methods. Now we are going to consider some techniques, some methods based on the Z-score normalization. So in this method, as per the first paper, it is developed a predictive model for achievement of student by using ensemble classifier. At first, pre-processing of data was done, so that is definitely based on the Z-score normalization technique, and was next the relationship between the entrance attributes was carried out, and finally the filtered attribute was done and tested based on boosting, bagging, and random subspace classifier. In order to improve the predictive model accuracy, genetic algorithm was applied on this classifier. In the next paper, it is developed based on LMS for analyzing and comparing the execution of classification approaches based on students' behavior and parents' involvement by using two classification techniques. One is called the KNN classifier and one is called naive-Bayes. By cross-validating, the KNN was achieved high accuracy and naive-Bayes performed lower accuracy. So here, data standardization technique use Z-score normalization that eliminate the outer problem. This is again based on the Z-score normalization technique. So it is introduced educational data mining technique to predict future trends and behavior of students. Here, a time segmentation technique as well as specific course performance attributes collected from different courses was used to calculate the performance of students. So to avoid attributes have different weights in decision process, Z-score normalization was applied. In early stage, the risk students were identified using logistic and regression classifier. The developed model helped to design student activities based on their ability and interest. So next method that we are going to discuss, that is based on the Bayes normalization. So using the Bayes normalization, it introduced a neural network structure on the basis of student performance in the upcoming exams. So in this, the first part mainly tracks the student knowledge level, and the next is for the multi-layer network classifier. So Bayes normalization was applied in different layers. To accumulate of different dropout and convolution layers has ability to diminish the overfitting problem. So basically, Bayes normalization technique is using this paper to remove the overfitting problem. Next paper is going to describe about predicting the performance of students and DCNN classifier deep convolution neural network, which was calculated using GA algorithm, that is the genetic algorithm. So this method used Bayes normalization technique to enhance the network capability to generalization. So this is for the Bayes normalization. Next one is the scaling normalization based technique. So here introduce a performance prediction model. So it is based on ANN and DNN for revealing high school student performance. So here basically we are using the scaling normalization technique for the pre-processing part. Next, we are going to discuss about the different results and discussion. So in this results and discussion part, basically this segment signifies analysis of various prediction methods using various normalization methods. Obviously, the method established for performance prediction using students' data are shown in the figure. So it is known that 56% of the research papers are utilized min-max normalization method, and 22% research are made by using Z-score normalization technique. Moreover, the Bayes normalization techniques are used in 11% research, and 6% research works were based on scaling technique. And furthermore, 5% of the research are based on matrix normalization approach. Next one is the analysis based on the tool set. So in this part, analysis of various software used by normalization methods in student performance prediction is portrayed in this segment. So analysis is performed by means of various tools employed for predicting student performance. So Python tool is used in 12 research articles, whereas MATLAB and RapidMiner softwares were employed in 2 research. Moreover, the 2 research works were implemented in Weka and R language platform. Next one is based on the publication year. So we can see in the table. So in 2018, we had only two papers based on different normalization techniques. Starting from 2018 up to 22, we can analyze that it is found that more articles are published in the year 2021. That there's total 9 articles. Next is analysis based on the data sets. So in this subsection, analysis accomplished depends on datasets used by different prevailing research works. So several datasets used for the normalization approach in prediction method. So student datasets was utilized in 4 papers, and the real world dataset was employed in 3 research articles. So furthermore, different core, math, and Iraq dataset used in 2 existing works, and KDD 9 dataset and Stanford dataset and Calboard 360 as well as mathematics and Portuguese datasets were applied in only 1 paper to predict performance of students. So the student dataset is widely used in normalization approaches. So this analysis is based on different evaluation metrics. So we can see in the table that analysis using evaluation measures is estimated in this phase. So accuracy, error rate, root mean square, error mean square error, true positive rate, true negative rate, mean absolute percentage error, recall, sensitivity, precision, F measures, false positive rate. So are the evaluation matrices employed in the normalization approaches for prediction. So it is determined that accuracy is most commonly used evaluation measures in normalization approaches. So these are the details of the different research paper that I have used in the references, which are you going to use different kinds of performance matrices. Next, we move to the conclusion part. So here several techniques are evaluated for pre-processing the data in the performance prediction method is regarding this study. So obviously the evaluation is carried out by collecting 25 articles, and gathered papers are categorized by based on 5 different pre-processing methods, that is min-max, scaling, matrix normalization, z-score normalization, and best normalization. So these different articles are mainly collected from several online platforms such as IEEE, Google Scholar, ScienceDirect, and so on. So in this paper, collected articles are revised and issues confronted by prevailing methods are identified and described. So furthermore, this paper helps the researchers to implement novel techniques for forecasting student performance using pre-processing approaches by anticipating several research gaps and problems. Moreover, the assessment is made by using classification of methods, utilize tool datasets, and evaluation measures. So this analysis clearly demonstrates that the min-max normalization technique is most commonly employed technique. In the prevailing researches, most of the techniques are executed in Python tools. Additionally, students' dataset is the commonly used dataset, and accuracy is the recurrently utilized assessment metrics in prevailing researches. So this is about the paper. Thank you. And these are the different references that I'm using for the whole paper.
Okay, Mr. Amlan,
Yes, sir.
whatever your work done is there, analytical study is there. It
Yes, sir.
is a comparative study which you have put up very nicely. I would like to appreciate for that one.
Thank you, sir.
May I know what technology you're going to implement? Because at present you are in the review stage, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the analytical study.
So what are the findings you achieved or you have gone through? Can you let me know which technology is better?
So
We can proceed further.
okay, sir. So regarding the normalization techniques, I found that many of the research papers are going through the min-max normalization method, which is used for the purpose of neural network as well as clustering methods, as well as in the classification methods. So because of that reason, I am thinking to use min-max normalization technique in my further work.
Okay, okay. Thank you. You can
Thank you,
stop
sir.
sharing.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.